And so I'm going to read something to you because when a friend of mine, Bobby, shared this with me, it was so profound to me. I'm going to try to read it to you without crying. And I've got to say right ahead of time, as you know, for people that have watched the show over the years, I didn't even hardly learn to read till I was 23. So please forgive me if I stumble over some of this, and forgive me if I cry, because it's so powerful. But this guy, Sam Shoemaker, wrote this, and he was one of the folks from the Oxford group, which was the kind of the beginning of the 12-step. He was kind of in that time frame. But he wrote a thing that says, I stand by the door. I neither go too far in nor stay too far out. The door is the most important door in the world. It's the door through which men walk through when they find God. There is no use my going way inside or staying there when so many are still outside, and they, as much as I, crave to know where the door is, and many ever find is only the wall where the door ought to be. They creep alongside that wall like blind men with outstretched arms, groping hands, feeling for the knob, knowing there must be a door, yet they never find it. So I stand by the door. The most tremendous thing in the world is for men to find that door, to find God. And that's the door. It's the door to God. The most important thing that any man can do is to take the hand of one of these blind, groping hands and put it on the latch that only clicks and opens at that man's own touch. Men die outside that door as starving beggars in the cold nights, in cruel cities in the dead of winter. They die for want of what is within their grasp. They live on the other side of it. Live because they haven't found the door. Nothing else matters compared to helping them find it and opening it and walking in and helping them to find Him. So I stand by the door. I can't even hardly read that without saying the importance for any of us with our stories is to stand by the door. Man, there are people that will not make it if you're not standing. There are people that will not even hope for recovery if you're not standing. So let me finish on reading this. Go in, great saints. Go all the way in. When you finally get it and you actually go in, go all the way in. Go way down into the cavernous cellars and way up into the spacious attics. In the vast roomy house, the house where God is, go in to the deepest hidden casements. Withdraw to silence, the silence of sainthood. Some must inhabit the inner rooms and know the depths and heights of God, and call outside to the rest of us how wonderful it is. Sometimes I take a deeper look in. Sometimes I venture in a little further. But my place seems to be closer to the opening, so I stand by the door. There is another reason why I stand by the door. Some people get partway in and they become afraid. They're lost. They're afraid. They're lost in God. The zeal of His house devours them. And let me say that again. They walk in and they look around and the greatness of God just devours them, causes them to be afraid. I don't know if I'll ever fit in here, for God is way too great. And as all of us and these people feel like almost like this cosmic claustrophobia, and they want to get out. Let me out, they cry. And the people way inside only terrify them more. You get somebody that's just too saintly or too far removed from what they know as they get terrified. So somebody must be by the door to tell them, your previous life has spoiled you. For the old life, they have seen way too much. One taste of God, and nothing but God will ever do. Somebody must be watching for the frightened, who seek to sneak out just where they came in, to tell them how much better it is inside. The people too far in, they don't seem to see them anymore. Too far in, they don't seem to see that they are wanting to leave, preoccupied with the wonder of it all. Somebody must watch for those who have entered the door but would like to run, would like to run away. So for them too, I stand at the door. I admire the people that go way in, But I wish that they would not forget how it was before they got in, that they would be able to help the people who have not yet even found the door, or the people who want to turn and run again from God, who can get in too far deeply and stay in too long and forget the people outside the door. As for me, I shall take my old accustomed place near enough to God to hear him and to know that he's there, but not so far from man as to not hear them. And remember that they're there too. Where? Outside the door. Thousands of them, millions of them. But more importantly for me, one of them, two of them, 10 of them, whose hands I am intended to put on the latch. And I've got to stop right there, because did you hear what I said? There are people that only you can reach, that you really are ordained to help put their hand on that doorknob, to help get them through that door. And so remember that there are people that God will place in your life that only you are intended to reach. And I know that you heard that in Kathy's story. I hope you've heard that in all of our stories, that as we stand up in this part of recovery, we stand by the door because there is somebody that needs you to be standing there. So I stand by the door and wait for those who seek it. I had rather be a doorkeeper, so I stand by the door.